Okay, let's go.
I'm Loretta.
And I am Solomon.
Welcome to Conversations That Linger.
Before we start today's episode, let's watch this video and read some comments.
It is that pain.
There's no medication for you to take for it. I know. You sit in the pain. Pain is like waves on an ocean. They wash up on you. And as long as I don't engage with it, meaning I don't feed it, it'll come back down. But you know what happens? It washes up on you, and then you go into, I wasn't enough, and I didn't work hard enough, and I should have lost weight, and I should have did this, and if I would have did this, he would have stayed. We give the pain a voice that it never had in the first place. The pain just said, this hurts, and then we said, it hurts because. But what happens if I just acknowledge this hurts without having to attach more meaning to it than what's actually there? Because that's where our intellect kicks in. It hurts because I wasn't good enough. It hurts because I still love him. It hurts because, it hurts because, it hurts. It just hurts. And it makes sense that it hurts. And it's okay for it to hurt. While it's hurting, I'm going to nurture myself in a loving way. I'm going to be compassionate towards myself. I'm going to be gentle with myself. I'm going to be understanding with myself. This is why pain pushes you into a closer relationship with you.
I'm going to read one of the comments that someone wrote under this video. Pain is like the waves in the ocean. Wow, that is so true. And this comment is going to lead us to today's episode. Emotional healing nobody talks about. I was really moved by this comment. Because more often than not, people experience a lot of pain, go through a lot of emotional healing, and are they able to carry through it so well? And what is the end result of it? So today's episode is going to be about emotional healing nobody talks about. Solomon, what do you have to say about that?
I think I think few times I was reading a review from Harvard University. They said that an average person who is 20 years old, they are more in need of emotional healing than they're even aware of.
My goodness, 20 years. Oh.
An average person who is 20 years old, they are more in need of emotional healing than they even know.
But average of 20 years, they haven't really yet seen life. They haven't really gone through what an average person of 40 years or 35 years had gone through. And they need more emotional healing.
That's what they say.
Emotional healing. Nobody talks about.
So I think the concept of emotional healing is it is not just tied to one subject. Particularly when we mention pain or hurt, people just think of maybe relational hurt, which is very true. But I think people have not been exposed to a number of things that can cause someone's emotion or psychology or psyche to be hurt and wounded. Yeah, it is not just limited to relationship or another thing. For example, do you know why someone's emotion can be broken and hurt? Number one, maybe disappointment.
Yeah, disappointment, of course. I think with that one, it's a basic thing that breaks people down a lot. Even, I think it depends on the kind of disappointment,
When your expectations are not met, your soul can be so broken. And another one is rejection. Now, rejection is, especially to the female gender, one of the psychological needs of every human being is the need to be loved and accepted. Absolutely. So when someone is given that idea of being rejected, their soul will be so wounded.
It's so true. You know, there are times I remember I applied for so many things and I sent emails and I get a feedback and I'm just reading, thank you for applying, and in the middle is like, we are sorry. Then all of a sudden I realized that my emotion, my mood at that time actually changes. And I remember one time I was actually applying for a job elsewhere, and I sent in my CV, everything, email. I sent the email, and the response was, the fact that I have enough stories doesn't mean you should keep sending me your CV.
Wow.
I felt so rejected. I felt so bad. I was so hurt. I felt like, no, maybe I don't need to continue applying for this job at different places just because of one person's response.
Wow.
Yes, I felt it was so deep because I felt like, no, these people need me. I have the qualifications they are looking out for.
Yeah.
And so I think when it comes to rejection, it actually plays a lot that we really underestimate.
Rejection is one of the greatest cause that it's one of the greatest cause of emotional wound. Like whether someone or your partner rejects you or gives you that feeling that you're not good enough, your soul will be so wounded and so broken. Yes, and also let's say maybe loss of trust. When someone does something and you lose trust in them, it can break your soul. It can break you, like you will be so wounded.
Yeah. So when like we are being rejected, we are being wounded, we are being disappointed, how do we go through the healing? How are we able to, what should we do that will be able to like bring ourselves into terms? You know, especially with more of relationship aspects. Usually people break down totally to the point that they even forget who they are themselves, and coming back to who they are, it's so difficult. So how can we be able to go through that healing process? Is it going to be like, is it going to take like a week, days, months? Because there are some people, they get rejected and you see that they just bounce back again. But for some people, it takes a lot of time. So
I think
what do we need to do?
It depends on the gravity of that. For instance, let me try to paint for you a picture. Okay. Let's say someone who is married, they have been married for 20 years, and all of a sudden something happens, and then they are no longer able to cope together. They have to divorce. Now that one is so deep.
Deep. 20 years.
Because you have, you can't just undo emotion in a moment. You have spent at least 20 years to build this emotion, and you can't really expect to undo it in a moment. Yeah. There's no time range that really we can say that it should take for someone to heal. But I also think that acceptance first is the first step that someone needs to take. Like, accept the fact. Accept that, okay, this is real, it is happening. You're not being delusional. You're being real. Like, this is actually happening. This is actually happening.
So acceptance.
Yes, accept it and come to reality with the terms of things that are already in the ground.
But it's not easy.
Not easy.
So
it is easier said than done.
That doesn't mean that usually when we are not able to go through the emotional healing process, it's because first of all we haven't accepted, we haven't come into terms with it. So does it mean that when I accept it, all of a sudden things begin to change, or I see things in a different way? How does me accepting the situation going to?
I think also, accepting is the first step. We should also be able to understand that healing, especially when it comes to emotional healing, the human side, okay, your soul can be so wounded to the point that the next morning you can just find yourself dead. That is how bad emotional wound can be. But I think I don't know, have you ever been
Solomon is trying to put me in a certain situation. Yes. I have been wounded several times. I've been rejected like the email I told you. There are things I've applied for. I've gotten a lot of rejection, like a whole lot. Okay. Even moving to Taiwan, at the beginning, I faced a lot of rejection, but I just had to push through. And one of the things, let me share this thing on this pod. When I came to Taiwan, when I was in Ghana, I worked so well. Not I'm trying to boast, but sometimes you should know yourself. Sure. I worked so well, and I know my value. I know what I bring to the table. With the efforts I'm able to put in, and when I'm being asked to do something or whatever task I find myself doing, and I was doing everything so well till I go to Taiwan here. Even at work, it's like, oh, we don't think Loretta can do this. We don't. And I'm like, you don't know my potentials. I really felt rejected. I really felt like, why are you not giving me that opportunity? I really felt bad. And even the environment a lot also. I remember there were times I went into offices. I had to do something and I couldn't really speak Chinese so well, but I got, they'll just tell you, oh no, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. And I had a sibling here who also would go, and sometimes is even speaking the same English as I'm speaking, and would even get things done to the point. There was one time I went to a bakery store. See, this thing hurts me so much. See, my brother here, he can go to that bakery store. He gets the bread very hot, the full size. And he showed me this particular place. See, I went there, I was going to buy the same bread. When I got there, he told me to go there at this time. I got there at the same time when it was opened. I pointed to the bread, they said no, cannot sell it to you when it's hot. It needs to cool down, we need to cut. I said no, see, I said all the words that I needed to say to convince these people. They never sold it out to me. Wow. Then I called my brother. He got there in 10 minutes. See, this same bread, they never sold to me. When he got there, they sold to him. See, I felt it. Wow. So I've really been through a lot of rejection, and I felt like, no, this is not a place for me. I'm not being loved here. I'm not being accepted. Why? But I had to just accept that this is the...
Do you know that there are wounds more money cannot heal? There are wounds marriage cannot heal.
Tell me about those.
There are wounds promotion cannot heal. There are wounds having children cannot heal.
Cannot heal those wounds.
I think now for I don't know our viewers, I think that there are wounds only God can heal. Only God can heal.
No wonder the Bible says God heals the broken-hearted. God heals those who are broken. So anytime you are going through any emotional healing, the best person as a Christian to go to is God. Because even the Bible makes us know that He heals the broken hearted. Yeah. But usually when we are broken, we usually try to hide from God. We feel like, maybe talking to our friends, talking to someone else may really solve the problem, or may calm us, or may help the situation, or try to even comfort us in that moment. But sometimes in the long run, it doesn't help.
Now, one of the classical way to know that you have not healed from something is hate. Hate, anger, aggression. For instance, if we mention the name of someone who hurt you, if that thing still triggers a reaction in you, you have not healed.
But definitely. So now make me understand this one.
Because you see, I think healing takes time. I think for me, healing takes time. But you should, and also if you don't pay the price to be healed, you will spend your entire lifetime wounding others. It is a natural consequence of being hurt and broken. Someone who is not healed will always hurt others. It is not that they are bad people. It's just that they are not healed. So I think everyone should come to this point where they realize that for your healing, you have a responsibility to play. Now, waiting for your, maybe for your ex-husband, your ex-wife, your ex-girlfriend, your ex-boyfriend to come and apologize to you so that you feel comforted, it is not going to work. It's like you're swallowing poison and waiting for others to die. It is you who is going to die. So you should take responsibility. God can heal someone, but also you have a responsibility to play. Healing, you have a role to play in your healing terms. And I think you should be intentional about your healing. You should make a choice that I choose to be healed. It doesn't matter, because you know, if you look for the reason to be in that emotional state, you always find it.
You find 100 of them. Trust me.
You always find it.
Trust me.
If you sit down and just be looking at the stories of what has happened,
You are replaying it.
you're replaying it, you will find multitudes of reasons for you to be hurt, and you will be absolutely right.
Right.
But you should also make a choice and make a conscious decision that I choose to walk in love. I choose to be healed. I am going to be healed. And now you take the practical step. And I think for me, maybe like we already talked about that, take it to God.
Take it to God.
Take it to God.
So accept that this is the situation.
Yeah.
Accept that you are hurt. Accept that this is the reality. This is where you find yourself. One, take it, and next, take it to God.
Take it to God.
Be intentional, and you also have a responsibility.
Now, I think that the responsibility now comes in, for Christians, the responsibility comes in, look for the word, like the verses in the Bible that talks about emotional healing. For example, the Bible says that He heals the brokenhearted. You declare those words, Father, I am healed. Hate has no place in my heart. I walk in love. I am healed. It doesn't matter what the story was, what was said or not said.
Who was right, who was wrong.
Yes, who was right or not right. Whether the person was right, whether I was right, it doesn't matter. But all I want now, I choose to walk in healing.
I choose to walk in healing. I choose to walk in love. Choose to. But you know, there was one thing that you also said. I would also like us to look at it. There was a point where you mentioned that when you, for you to know that you are not really healed or you are not healed, is when that person's name or that thing or whatever hurts you is being mentioned. There is anger, there is hate, come on, Solomon, someone hurts me, definitely. No matter, I think, I don't know if our viewers out there, you also feel the same way or agree with me. But I feel like at the end of the day, I may go through the healing process, I am healed. But definitely, let's say, if it's Solomon, you hurt me, God forbid, if let's say another person, not just Solomon, but another person like hurts me or something, I'm going through that. I have accepted it. I go to God. Definitely, when I hear that name, it will definitely remind me.
Have you ever read this scripture that says, "Remember, you know the former things. Forget the things of old. For behold, I do new things."
Yes.
Now, that scripture does not mean that you forget completely. There's no way. In fact, if you forget, you should go to the doctor
to check your brain.
Yes, because your memory has a problem.
Okay.
But the thing here is that the power whether the memory comes, when the memory comes, that power of the memory, it is dead.
Oh, right. I get it. So it means that
It doesn't mean that you
before I
forget.
go through the healing process, anytime I hear this person's name, my anger, my hatred towards the person was like not 100, like 1 billion%. But now that I have accepted, I go to God, I'm going through the healing process and everything. Now, when I hear the person's name or something, it means that I don't feel that same anger again. That anger would have dropped to, like, let's say 2% or 5%. Like, I don't really replay that hurts again. And I also think what it also does is that I think when you're going through the healing process and with that, I think what it also does is that it also changes your perspective on how you are also seeing everything that happened before, So I also think it also changed your perspective on that, and you don't really feel that anger again. towards the person. So now when I hear Solomon, I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever he's doing with his life, he should just continue. It's okay. But I don't feel like I hate this Solomon.
And yeah, you see it may take time, but you have to keep doing it. Like especially when it comes to declaring your scriptures, and it comes from one of the scripture in Romans tells us that we should reckon ourselves as dead to sin. And I think I one time I read something. The Greek word there is logizomai. It means like you accept it as true. Now, for Bible says, now when you replace that reckon, the Bible says we should accept it as true that we are dead to sin. Now you go ahead to say you reckon yourself dead to emotional pain.
Okay.
It does not happen in a day. It may take time, weeks, months, years, maybe even. But trust me, with time, one day you wake up like another normal day, and that peace will come to your heart.
Wow.
If you may even have the memory of what has happened, but it won't have effect
on you. So one good thing about emotional healing is that when you are able to go through it so well and you are healed, you can remember whatever that happened. You can replay it in your mind, but it's just that it doesn't have any negative effect on you, but you rather have peace in your heart.
Yeah, but also I think that maybe after emotional challenge, don't just be idle. Find something to do better with your life. Find something to do better. Because the more you are idle, the more this emotional wound is your big project. Trust me, you won't heal.
Wow.
Yeah. You have to look for something beyond this wound and find yourself doing. Maybe charity, getting engaged in other activities in the church you're serving, doing this.
At your workplace, try something. Any activity you love doing, you find interest in, you are passionate about. Find yourself engaged in that thing and just keep on doing it, and you realize that you don't have to stress about whatever that hurts you so much. Wow, this is actually a good discussion.
Yeah, but I think the truth is we should also be real here. Emotional wound is real. There are people, there are very, like we said at the beginning, there are various causes of emotional wounds. There are people who have grown up, they have never seen their parent. They had to vent their life by themselves. Going to school, struggling, paying their school fees. There are people who have never seen their parents. They have never seen their father. They don't know where but they are told that their father is alive. Now, there are people who have been raised by maybe, let's say, only moms. The moms were angry with their dads. Do you know you can actually transfer emotional wounds?
Really? It's transferable. Okay.
The same way you can transfer blessing, I think emotional wounds is transferable.
It's transferable.
As a mother, you can transfer it to your child.
The aggression, the pain.
Yes.
So true.
And I think many people are not even, I think should I use the word naive? Some people are just naive.
And people are not aware of the fact that the way I'm reacting towards this situation. Like, let's say example, like a single mother who is the only one taking care of the child, and the father is not present in the child's life, is not helping, and she's the only one, like the support system for the child, and they're so angry and feel bitter, like going through a lot, and the child can literally see that when you actually behave in that way, you're actually transferring that anger, that aggression to the child.
Now, this is where the responsibility comes in. I think everybody should take responsibility. It doesn't matter what the story was. And trust me, I don't think I downplay because before you say anything about someone's emotional challenge and wounds, just listen to their story. There are people you will just listen to their story and you won't have anything to say because the things is so deep. The things they've gone through is very deep. Like, the wound is too deep to the point that no therapy can heal them. That's why you have to take it to God.
Yeah.
And it is real. Pain is real. Emotional pain is real.
Emotional. I think it's one of the, should I say, hardest pain that like people really go through. That
I think emotional pain is worse than bodily pain.
Yeah. It's because It's because with emotional pain, I don't know. It's something that we don't really talk about.
Now you can be well dressed like this, and one of the thing about emotional wound is that you can't see it. Like at the first, it is up until when you talk to someone that you can see that, oh, maybe from the way they're talking and all that.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, emotional wound is real, and if you're going through emotional pain and healing right now, just take it slowly. Just believe God for your healing. Take the right step. Go to God in prayer. Look for scriptures, declare, and decide that you're going to be healed. It doesn't matter what the story is or was.
Yeah.
It's your responsibility to walk in healing.
It's your responsibility. Thank you so much, Superman. I enjoyed today's episode, and I hope that our viewers have learned a lot from emotional healing nobody talks about. We'll be right back. See you on our next episode.
Bye.